Hello and happy Monday night, you guys. Okay, somebody's on, somebody's watching. And have you ever been tempted to not show up? Just asking that question. Has it sometimes been easier to cancel or not show up? So here I am. I just did not check the clock, and I had a new person do my hair. And have you ever gone to somebody and you kind of know what you want, but then they don't listen? So I had to do a few things, and I don't even know if it's going to work, but I had a lot of like brown and gray that never got covered after I paid to get my hair done. So what does a girl do? She grabs a box from the store and tries to see if she can make it happen. Anyway, I didn't realize I was going to have to wash this off like right when the meeting was starting. So here I am, fresh and clean, just for you. No makeup, no nothing. Just ready to go for you. And I didn't even grab all my stuff. I can't even like get ready for bed with you. But I wanted to just say for the win, if any of you still have the pedicure sets that we had from, I think it was last year, might have even been the year before. I don't know. I think I had one left. I might have one other one, but I might have one that I wrapped up to sell at a Christmas boutique and I didn't sell it. So I really wanted to go get a pedicure today and get my toenails done and, have all the things. We're getting ready to go on a trip, and there's nothing better than having your toenails done, right? Anyway, I just ran out of time. There was no way that I was going to get my toenails done and my hair done and be on the meeting and all the things. So my feet were in crazy shape. I've been wearing flip-flops, and they were dangerously bad. But I grabbed that pedicure set and used the scrub and used the pumice stone, and my feet look brand new. And I don't know that I've ever used this foot mask afterwards, but I'm excited to put that on my tootsies. So that's part of my self-care for tonight. And wanted to do a shout out for both Jody and Olivia. Got their weekly accomplishment sheets turned in. And Olivia, congratulations, $292, $8 short of the $300. That's our bar for Queen of Sales, and what keeps you on target to be a star consultant. So always $300 weeks will get you where you want to go. But right there, Olivia, great job. Oh, hi, Irma, I can see your comments. Oh, that's so fun, because I can't see the other comments from Facebook until after I'm off. I didn't realize I could see comments from YouTube. Well, I'm so glad you jumped on here. And Irma had a great question. She got a hold of me earlier because she thought it was at 5:00. So every month when Ari does the Zoom, that's going to be 5:00 because it's 8:00 Miami time. But when I do the lives, it's always going to be at 7:00 Pacific time. So I'm glad you're here, Irma. Yay! All right. And so that's exciting. Olivia and Jody turning in the weekly accomplishment sheets. And just a reminder, I think I posted it in the email, but all of the prices that are listed just for the items listed that will have price increases, that will happen in May. Actually, it's going to happen when the next catalog comes out. So you do have until the 15th of May. But if you want to get stocked up and have it for April, go ahead and do that. We've got 1 week left in the month, 1 week and a couple of days. And that's how long we have still. If you know anybody that is interested in joining our team for only $20 buckaroos, that is the deadline. All right. Okay, guys. So we are going to get into our vision map book. Hold, please. Put my glasses on. Oh, let's see if I can keep this towel on my head. So again, this is Vision Map, and this is by Joel Malm. I don't know. I know that Faye told me she did get the book, and I think she also got it on Audible. But this is chapter 7 that we're on, because chapter 6 was pray, pray, pray. So chapter 7 is stay alert. So Joel begins, my vision map had been hanging on the wall for about 2 weeks at this point. At the top was my big dream, and at the bottom were 2 steps, one in black, one in red, and that's as far as it had gotten. I'd been praying that God would connect me with a lawyer who would be willing to help a punk kid with a big idea. I called a few attorneys, but never heard back from them. I didn't think I knew any lawyers, but then it happened. I was visiting my grandpa. One day while running errands with him, we swung by a lawyer's office. The attorney was drawing up papers for some business deal my grandpa was working on. Didn't even occur to me that God was about to do something. In truth, I was anxious to get home. My grandpa had a hard time walking, so he asked me to run into the office and ask the lawyer to come out and talk to him. I wasn't exactly thrilled about the request, but I did it. When Mr. Andrews appeared in the doorway, I realized I knew him. He shook my hand, and at that moment, my mind began churning. Could this guy help me? He followed me out to the car and conversed for a few minutes with my grandpa. All the while, I was sitting in the passenger seat thinking how I could bring up the subject. I didn't want to be manipulative. The conversation ended, and Mr. Andrews ducked his head down, smiling at me through the window. So what are you up to these days, Joel? I got nervous. By this point, however, I had told hundreds of people my one-liner. Once I slipped into explaining my vision, I became more comfortable. As the explanation was ending, I got a little brave. Actually, Mr. Andrews, I've been needing some advice from an expert on what kind of organization I should start. What do you think? He thought for a moment, and then he asked me a few questions. By this time, I had stepped out of the car, and we were standing in the Texas summer heat. Sweat was dripping down our faces. Well, it sounds like what you want to do is start a not-for-profit organization. It's a little complicated to do, but it offers the best protection for what you're trying to accomplish. I was elated. I thanked him for his advice and shook his hand. I jumped back into the car. God had answered my prayer for free legal consultation. I now knew what I needed to start doing. I was ecstatic for half the drive home. Never forget this. One touch of God's favor can change everything in an instant. God can do in one moment what it would take you 50 years to do on your own. Looking back, I tend to brush over what God did for me as a coincidence, but it really was a miracle. I was frustrated and I had no idea what to do, but I prayed and I saw God come through with what seemed impossible. I just had to stay alert. Impossible things happen every day. I believe we should live with a sense of expectation, faith that God is at work. When you serve an all-powerful God, the same God who put the dream in your heart, you need to be alert to what is going on around you. Pray and then believe God is going to come through. It may not look like what you had pictured. God gets really creative. So stay attentive every day to what God is doing around you. Expect to see lots of small miracles on the path to your dream. Every time you cross off a step on your vision map, it will build your faith, reminding you that God is working. Visionaries need to be alert for what their quiet partner is doing around them. It may happen when you least expect it. My excitement about my chance meeting with the attorney subsided halfway home. It hit me. I was still in the same situation as before. Sure, I knew what kind of organization I needed to start, but I still had no idea how to do it. On top of that, the attorney had told me it was complicated. Great. I don't do complicated very well. For the rest of the day, I was in another world, researching not-for-profit organizations. It was just as Mr. Andrews had described, complicated. My grandpa interrupted my research by asking me more questions about what I was trying to do. He liked the idea, but I told him how discouraged I was at how hard it was going to be to get an organization started. It was at that moment that my grandpa suggested something so simple, I almost blew him off. Our tendency is to pray for miracles, but in most situations, it's more appropriate to pray for opportunities. That is a quote from Andy Stanley from the book Visioneering, which I have also read. If you have not read Visioneering, that's a great book. So isn't that interesting? I feel like he was getting the answers to some prayers and then got right back into his own head and his own fear and all the things about like the complications and how hard it would be almost stopped him. But it was so great that his grandpa was right there to just reissue. So we'll hear about that again in the next chapter. And let me know if you guys are reading this chapter, if you're reading this or you're just listening to me read it, or if you actually got the book or what you're thinking of it so far. And we will just go ahead and let's just close in prayer so I can go get my hair blow dried. But I just, again, I want to just let you know that I hope you all had a great Easter. My phone died yesterday. I thought today I was going to have to go buy a new phone. It turns out my plug wasn't plugged in, and that's why my phone didn't charge. So what a relief. What a relief. Anyway, let's just close in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, I just want to thank you again for allowing me to be a mentor to all the women in this beautiful Mary Kay world, all of the girls that are on our team, the guys that are on our team, and the future team members that I know you are setting the pace and opening the doors for them to join our team and have amazing lives for their families. I would just love to ask that you look over all of these women, guard our hearts, guard our tongues, and just give us that extra boost of faithfulness and perseverance and reignite the fire in our hearts for our Mary Kay business so that we can do all the things that you want us to do and be able to share with others that this is a business that we work with God by our side. I pray that as this week goes forward, we are gifted with our open mouths and our confidence is boosted. And as we just try to navigate the challenges of the world today, please pray for the congregations, the Holy Catholic Church, at the loss of your servant, the Pope, and know that there are people that are mourning and people that are just uncertain of the times. And we know, God, to turn to you, to stay in your word, and that you have the answers. We do not need to be worried, and we do not need to be afraid, because you have told us this, and we know that you are truth. We ask for all this in your son's name. Amen. All right, you guys, have a fantastic week. And don't be shy. Don't be shy. Let people know that they can join Mary Kay, and let them know that you have the most amazing products. And we will reconvene in a week. All right. Love you guys. Bye. Thanks for being on, Irma. Bye.